Hello everybody, how are you guys doing this morning? Welcome in, happy Thursday everybody. Just trying to get all situated. I hope you guys are having a great day. And if you're doing some hobbying today, let me know what you're working on. Just getting my chat open here. Come on, chat. You can do it. Alright. Let's get painting. Hey, Deadshot, what's going on? What's going on? It's warm, not raining. That's good. Yeah, it's currently the situation here. Hey, you're a Raptor. Hope everything's going well. I hope your workday was good. Clean the property at the shop. Yeah. Nice. Nice, you Raptor. Nice. Mydro, what's going on? Actually, guys, I will be back in just a moment. I'm going to go grab something. I need a reference here. Give me just a moment.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Alright. Got what I need. Hey, Nova Games, thank you for following. Welcome in. Workday was tough. Took a lot of effort to get started. Spill paint pot, hello. That sucks. That sucks. Short workday, yeah. Alright, so here's what we got going on. So last night, I put a little bit more work and basically finished this mini. Things I have to do, I have to put transfers, and then I have weathering. So like normally it's like dry brushing brown and like kind of adding effects to the guns and exhaust and stuff. That's what I have to do. I'm gonna varnish, and then it's about adding pigments, like weathering pigments. So I'll add weathering pigments after that, after my varnish, and then it's done. Oh yeah, it's a great silhouette. Look at that little anti-tank gun. It's great. This is my version of like a Stug, right? Or the really cool. Is it the Swedish tank? I think it's Swedish. Though I don't think they use them anymore. But like the Cold War era tank, that was just like the tank destroyer. That was really cool. Like super small. So yeah, this is what we finished. So we're going to be working on the Typhon. I'm going to put this guy up. Thank you. I appreciate that, Spill Paint Bot. Thank you. This is our next project. This is today's job. And I needed some reference for some different colors. Again, I'm going to use a lot more like black as like an armor detailing. Excuse me. I think I'm going to do the shield black like I did with the Vindicator. And then a lot of this like gun casing is going to be black. I'm going to put some bronze on the gun and everything. But some of these side parts, I was curious what I did for my Spartan. So I pulled my Spartan down here. I actually 3D printed doors. I remember these things were like horrible to fit in here. But the gold like trim piece and then the white accent here, I think I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to keep that on this tank, on the Typhon, I think. I'm at the very least going to do the gold trim, and I think I might do the gold like rivet things around. So I never did the inside ones. It's funny, I just did the outside ones. But that's what I'm going to do. I kept that red. That's fine. Maybe I do those in black. Maybe. He's going to have some other white accents on it, so... Red, green, and blue. Blue's like classic, I feel like. Blue or yellow. Or do a red, green, and like a black with the yellow, or the yellow with the black hazard stripes. Add a little variety. So anyway, this is the one tank. So we are going to go ahead and get started, and I think I'm going to start with gold on the tank, and then some bronze. This tank's a little dusty. Yeah, I haven't pulled this thing out in a while. Yeah, hazard stripes. You gotta do the stripes. Okay. Yeah, phrasing. Okay. Look at this guy out. I obviously don't have the sponsons on. I'm going to paint the sponsons later. I have a whole other 2 Sicaran tanks with sponsons. I'm just going to paint all the sponsons at the same time. So, what did I say? I said gold, right? Yeah, so let's get our gold out and we'll just start painting that.
Look at me!
Get right to it. Oh, where am I looking? Okay, alright. Where's the Krieg? The little mine. Oh man, yeah, yellow and yeah, the hazard stripes would be cool. Man, that's such a cool little remote vehicle. Just like the like perfect amount of color on there is just great. Give me a second. Before we start this, okay, we're good. We're good. All right, let's go. I'm not behind, guys. I promise. Got one wire and a few more accents. Nice. Yeah, it's looking great, dude. So... yeah. Brush is showing its age. Let's get a smaller brush here. Yeah, so Heresy Thursday is good. They showed off the Tarantula turret. The Tarantula turret's really funny because it's been like a Forge World mini and like in lore for decades. And I always thought it'd be cool to have them in plastic, but GW always went the route of like releasing some other weird turret for Space Marines instead of just putting a Tarantula turret out there. So it is really cool to me that they released, or that they're releasing plastic Tarantula turrets. And I do plan on getting some. Because they sound really cool. It's unfortunate they're just like the missile variant. So they just have missiles, not like the heavy bolters and las cannons yet, but I'm sure that'll come later. The anti-aircraft missile one seems like it might be more of a good value anyway. Yeah, like a cheap little aerial denial unit, and not something big like a Daredeo that you would need. Seems like a good idea. And I have good news. We had some storms last night, like really late last night, but They were not that bad. They were pretty bad through a lot of the state, but not where I live. So they kind of broke apart by the time they got to me. That's good. No further damage. Just the exorbitant amount of money I'm gonna have to spend to have this other tree removed and debris cleaned up and everything. But everybody else having a slow morning? Yeah, I think black in this front part and then maybe white in the back might be the way to go. Currently at work, dreading being here. Wish I was home working my new Antioch force. Yeah, nice, yeah. I saw some people playing Trench Crusade the other night when I was at my local store. It was pretty cool. I'm not a big like skirmish game person, but I'm glad to see there's a community for it. So yeah, sorry you have to be stuck at work instead of painting minis. Sounds horrible. I can do a second coat of gold on this. Guess I can get the rivet things, little wheel spokes or whatever they are. Hey, Hobby ADHD, good morning. How are you doing today? Nice red tank, thank you. We basically finished up the other one. There's some steps I'm just thinking I'll wait until all of these tanks are done, and then we'll just do all that at once. So I like transfers and some of the weathering and stuff. I want to do transfers before I weather, and then I need to do weathering before I varnish. I need to do varnish before I do pigments, so all those things. Train at the gym for now. Nice. There you go. Tanks are fun. They're different. It's nice to just have one model to paint, you know, as opposed to like batch painting and stuff like that. So there's some positives to it. Yeah, my gym was finally open when I went there yesterday, so I was able to go yesterday. I felt like garbage yesterday afternoon, but I went anyway, and I came home and took a nap. And still didn't feel amazing, but I felt better. This is proper Thousand Suns tank. Yes, John Lockridge, welcome in, too. Yeah, this is a Typhon Heavy Siege tank. It's basically just like a bigger Vindicator. Bigger, better, tougher Vindicator. Music is very serious right now. Alright, let's get to the other side. Energy afterwards? I always feel like it hits me in 2 waves. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't feel too great before I went to the gym anyway. And, yeah, I just wasn't. And it's been kind of it's been a really weird week. A really stressful week, so... yeah, I think it's just all catching up with me. So we buy a set of Hormigons? Tricolor schemes. Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea. Yeah, test them out. I painted a set of the new Hormigons. They were good minis. I don't think they were like overly detailed or anything. Tyranids can be pretty deceptive though. If you're expecting to go in and like paint a mini in 10-15 minutes, like they look a lot more simple than they really are. Edges here. We spent what, a good hour on the silver yesterday or more. That was a big portion of the painting. So this mini, I think I'll get it to a point today where I can wash it, and I'm not going to wash it. I think I'm going to wash it with an airbrush. I think that'll just be easier and quicker and more economical for paint. So all I do to wash with an airbrush, you make a wash, and I like to use contrast paints and thin them down and everything, and because medium is cheaper than paint, but I thin them down, blow flow improver, and I basically put it on a little heavier in the locations, but you gotta make sure it's like really thin, and it won't you won't get any like surface tension in the paint. So a lot of flow improver, and yeah, you basically focus it in certain spots and airbrush it in, and the paint will kind of work its way into the recesses. And as it does, you're checking for, you know, like big like pooling areas, and you can kind of use the airbrush to push the paint out of the areas where it's pooling and stuff. So there's a lot of useful things you can do with that. It's a lot quicker. Stabilizes stress level symptoms instead. Maybe, yeah. I don't know, but either way, I'm feeling a little better today. But you know, we had another round of storms come through. Basically, like the entire central U.S. got some crazy storms, but they kind of dissipated by the time they got to us, so they weren't too bad. And it didn't damage anything, so I was just anticipating another tree falling over, or just something crazy happening. It didn't, so we're good. Mark 4 Iron Hands. Oh, cool. All right. Nice. Yeah, you got to be able to make the troops fast to paint, and you kind of adapt that, and you find a way to, make it a little more detailed for your characters and your big stuff and everything. I think that's the way to go. Okay, we got those two. We need to get the rivets here. Make the hangout last night. That's okay. That's all right, Judge Dave. It's late for you, so no problem. I was tired too. We started a little late for other reasons, and then I was a little out of it the whole time. But I mean, we were talking about our guesses for Heresy Thursday. We were just talking about random projects we're working on and everything. It was a good time. No need to apologize. If I can get the time, I'm gonna update Patreon this afternoon. We're gonna talk about a few things, and then I'll update Discord after that. And guys, if you aren't aware, we have a goal for Patreon. Get $100. That's it. Just $100 a month, and we need $28 more. And we hit the goal. A couple things that'll happen, but one of them is at the start of the 12-hour stream, my fingernails are going to be painted, and it's going to be a color of Patreon's choosing. So that sounds fun to you. You also get.
Let me take just a moment to thank you.
Hey, Mannix the Lemur, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. You also get entry into all the giveaways we're doing that day. We're gonna be doing three big giveaways, so you get an entry into all those. Yeah, you get to participate in all the extra fun things, and it's just part of being a Patreon member. Comes that stream, but I'm gonna put up a post this afternoon if I can get the time, outlining all the details of everything. So third wire done. Oh, posting the whip. Okay, I gotta check the whip channel here. Sizable force. Each of the 3 Shattered Legion armies. Nice. Yeah. Okay. That's really cool. It's a cool idea. Mannix, how are you? Are you in the hobby? What are you up to? Excuse me. All right, got some gold. I'm gonna do a little bit of gold on this front shield here. We're gonna get these little cent pieces gold, and then we're gonna go in for a second coat. It's way too small. Okay, alright, that's fair. Just trying to make your life difficult is all. Okay. Coming back around. Am I going to do painting wife's nails as well? No, no. I mean, I will if we can just make up like an arbitrary goal. Like we get $200 on Patreon. Sure, I'll paint her nails too. You're right, dude. I'm gonna put Thousand Suns. She's gonna have candy red nails. I'd be cool with that anyway. Hey Zen, what's going on, man? How's your day going? On your way home? Nice already. Okay, yeah, 10:30. Sweet. A rough day at work. I think those need it, so we'll just move over here. I think having the opportunity to add a lot more black on the vehicles is interesting. Separates them as their own kind of fighting force. 32 mil scale FDM terrain. Really? Oh yeah, people charge a ton. Yeah. Pay as much as possible. I mean, you say that hobby ADHD, you might just be sleeping the whole time. Which I would not fault you at all, but yeah, hopefully you can come hang out. The baby needs to hang out and watch. That's what needs to happen. Second coat of gold down. Let's get these little accents here. Those might get oopsied a lot, but that's okay. We'll fix them as we go. Actually up here, these viewports, I want to get gold trim on them. AT Slayer, good morning. Good morning. We'll singing here and there and some hobby motivation. That's the best. Alright, alright. Yeah. come back with the gold after we do white because we might have stuff to put on this heavy bolter. Quite sure yet. Out. All right. More gold. I don't know. Let's pull up the other Spartan and see if there's anything else on this guy. Yes, he can do gold on the viewports on him. That's okay. Rivets in the back. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Very like basic. How it works. That's okay. Cool. Your campaign based on Prospero Burns for a little while. You're playing the humans, nice. Yeah, Ammon's cool. What's not cool about Ammon is his like $90 miniature. You pay like $70 for the scenic base. That's not even like much of a scenic base, which is a little disappointing. What happened to the Solar Auxilia after the Heresy? I guess they were just like disbanded. I don't know. I think it became a situation where the Imperium was like, it's too expensive to maintain a fighting force like this, and they're definitely more of like an offensive force, and the Imperium doesn't do that a lot. They're very much on the defensive through this whole like timeline. So yeah, and they had to separate out like branches and stuff, right? So they made the Imperial Guard and the Imperial Navy and stuff, and they separated out to regiments, and like I guess just that division just eliminated the Auxilia. All right, shall we do? Let's see, a couple colors we need. Let's do the black first. Yep, they were expensive. Expensive and unified, and those are things like things the Imperium does not want. The new tarantula turrets look really cool, though. I'm excited. I'm glad they actually announced some like plastic proper Heresy stuff. What is funny in their like weird, like not quite a roadmap thing, they said in 2025 there's going to be a lot of tanks, and so far there's been 2 tanks, and they've both been Mechanicum. So I don't know what GW is doing and what their plan is for tanks, but I'm not seeing the tanks year as they're claiming. The Guard need more tanks? Yeah. That's no, it's for 30k is the tanks thing, not Depends number of tanks, no number of world wars. Yes, that's true. That is true. Number of heresies, yes. Bringing back Thunder Wars? I have not seen that at all, and I honestly can't see that happening. That sounds like a weird rumor. had some far-fetched rumors about Heresy, but that one seems more so. I think we do this big shield black. This guy right here. That's what we do. And it mimics our Vindicator. You wanna know if they can test the life-size tactical rocks somewhere? Yep, I am taking donations to buy the life-size tactical rocks, so I'll be testing it and putting out a YouTube review. Unless GW wants to send me one for free, then I'll give them definitely a positive review. On YouTube as well. I am, yeah. I don't post videos often. I do stream on YouTube as well as Twitch, so I do the dual stream thing. I am very bad at making videos, so it just almost never happens. Also, what's up, Mirasaki? Send me a rock site. Yeah, what's the one where you could send people like potatoes, and you could write messages on the potatoes and then mail them to people? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Hello to you. I hope your workday is great. I hope it's not too stressful. I hope it goes by quick. Did you guys see the trailer for the new Star Wars series? Tales of the Underworld? It's on the same vein as Tales of the Jedi and Tales of the Empire that came out. I think Tales of the Empire was last year. I wonder if it's going to end up being like an annual thing where they do like the shorts anthology kind of thing. But it looks cool. Tales of the Underworld. And it's like follows Cad Bane in half the episodes, and then Asajj Ventress in the other half. So they look cool. It looks like there's a lot of like retcons in there from like already established lore, but that's fine. That's the Star Wars. If they can make it cool, it sounds cool. Yeah, they have a trailer out for it and stuff, so. Yeah, and it comes out May 4th is when the episodes come out, but they didn't tell anybody about them. They just dropped the trailer like yesterday and went for it. Yeah, that's fair. I think the animated stuff is still really good, and there's some good shows too that I really enjoy. I'm a little burnt out of Star Wars, at least out of like Star Wars like TV and movies and stuff, but I'll still watch it. Andor is probably going to be pretty good. I liked Skeleton Crew was good. Was among the best of the TV shows they've put out for Star Wars, and it's sad that show got like no hype because it definitely deserved a lot more, but it is what it is. I really like The Acolyte too. I know it sounds dumb, but I liked the show. It had some weird things in it, but that show had probably the best like Sith moment of any Star Wars. You struggled to watch the last show? Okay, I liked it. Yeah, you know about Skeleton Crew. Um, yeah, like Andor was surprisingly good. It was really slow, but it was like a really well done show. Get a rough painted on the back. It's not something you can see very well. Definitely something I want at least to, just in case there's like a weird angle, make it so we can. I liked the Goonies-esque adventures. That was a fun show. Okay, we got that in black. Now we want to do casing and the weapon here, so alright, have a great day at work, Murasaki. Good to see you. I've been slowly watching through the Star Wars Armada World Championships. Well, it's a 3-day tournament. I'm on day 2, like round 3 is the next one I have to watch, but it's been fun to watch. It's the Ion Radio, I think, is the YouTube channel that does it, that's streaming it. I'm way behind. I don't know who won yet though, so I'm trying to like not spoil it while I watch through. Keeps it more exciting if I don't know who wins ahead of time. Crazy gun up front. Some big transfers on that gun shield will be really nice. I'm kind of running low on transfers from my Forge World sheet though. think might be a little angle I can get in here. Yeah, it needs to be painted. Some of this black will need a second coat as it dries. Alright. Painted some black around the gun. We'll come back and do another coat here in a few minutes, but first we're going to paint bronze. Actually white. We're going to do white next. Oh, and your Raptor. Hold on. Oh yeah, you got the little that little cord looks fine. Little power cable. And the operator looks really good. Hobby ADHD. Oh yeah, the Iron Warriors or the Iron Hands. They look good, man. I love Mark IV. Mark IV is my favorite armor mark. I wish they would update that. I love the bolters. I think the bolters are my favorite part. The little straight mags and everything. Very cool. Okay. For some white. Use small brush again. We're gonna get this back piece. on there. Let's get the heavy bolter casing here. I don't know if I've heard this song before. It's a pretty good one. We are going to go through and do a second coat on this white. I'm like trying to find all my angles here. Okay, looks good for the bolter. Let's see, other places to paint white. I need to do my second coat of black also. We could paint like these shields up here white. I don't know if I want to do that. These little panels, I think we'll just keep them as they are. It's like my thumbprint got there. Set that up a little bit. Finger was it? Oh, that one. Okay. Last dude's getting a Battlefield promotion. Impulsion on. Oh no! What's going on, man? What are you working on? Who's getting the promotion? And did any Horus Heresy fans see the announcement this morning? That's dark spelled with a K, not a C. But you can't see in the dark. Thank you, Culture American. Yeah, thank you. That was a wonderful contribution. Oh, your scout kill team. Okay, nice. Yeah, yeah. The cool the tarantula batteries. Well, they have rockets. Got like a nice little anti-air defense. Like that's really cool. I think it's neat. That's my opinion. You know, the internet being the internet, people complain they don't get anything new in plastic. It's all just like resin characters or Legion Imperialis, and then they announce plastic stuff that's never been in plastic before, and it's like a legacy unit that's being added to like the game proper, which everybody uses legacies anyway. But you know, they're getting rules updates, and everybody's like, I hate it. This is dumb. This is worthless. A lot. Not necessarily. I think the only reason they're not used a lot is because there's no plastic minis for it. I think if you have like Solar Aux players in your group, you're going to start seeing a lot more flyers. Just because they have the Arvis lighter and stuff, and it's really cool. I like using a jet. So, you know, I have my Xiphon that I use that is really good. It is very good for its points cost, and it'll die to a stiff breeze to any actual anti-aircraft shooting. But you know, it's like, do you want to invest in models that counter flyers when you only encounter flyers maybe a third of the time? Like, maybe? I don't know. Tarantulas are cheap though. Like, I don't know how their anti-aircraft missiles will be, because that's like a new thing, but Tarantulas were like, they're like 30 points for like ones with heavy bolters. Whatever they do, people will complain. That's exactly right. Yep. That is why I have stopped paying attention or like taking to heart people's opinions on the internet. Particular like strangers on the internet.
One
like,
art, please.
I don't care what they got. Alright, Zen, what do you want? The tarantulas, no. They have like a thing where you can place them up the board and everything, or you can, I think you can deep strike them, maybe. But no, they don't move. They sit still. Wearing the same hat as the picture. Oh, jeez, okay. Alright. Give me a minute, we'll take a look. As much of that, if as much I can recreate, the better. Okay. All right. That is white and black. Next, I just have to do the bronze, and then I'm going to do some touch-ups, and then I'm going to wash it, and that's where we are. So the rest of this mini was pretty quick, but what did he send me? Oh man, no, come on. Not that. Not that one. That's like really bad taste. Right? Am I crazy in thinking that that's really like poor taste? You picked up 50 chickens from a farm. Oh, nice. All right. It's not that bad. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, Zen. I will draw this if I can make it Erebus instead of a Necron. That is my condition. Because this is totally an Erebus thing. Because this person deserves all the hate. Although I do say, very, very poor taste. Yeah, Necron probably is easier to draw, but Necrons can be likable, and I don't think that that's appropriate to this. So, Erebus. Erebus up here. Yes, it's this one. This picture here. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be so dumb looking. All right. Someone cosplay as Erebus? That's incredible. Okay. Well, we'll try it here. This exaggerate. Oh, jeez. Yeah. My parents just bought 10 more chickens. They already had like a dozen chickens, and they bought a bunch more. Alright, he's got the little studs on his armor. And we'll have to draw his head, but we'll have to do yeah, let's draw some other things first. I don't know what he has going on over here. It's not a shoulder pad, but like a speaker or something he has. Oh well, we'll figure that out later. His armor, and he's got one of these fancy power cables. For all these, they end up looking inappropriate, but I don't care because it's Erebus. Okay. I can't draw faces, so I mean I can't draw anything, but it's gonna look so dumb. I hate you, Zen. I just want to let you know. It's like some... what it is. Alright. Didn't look like he's smiling. get the tattoos on him here in a minute. He'd normally be shifty-eyed, but he's not. We're gonna make him really wide-eyed and surprised. So stupid. We can widen out his cheeks a little bit. No, it's not the Pikachu. I draw noses. Oh, I messed it up. Just messed it up. Oh well. I don't care, it's Erebus. Alright, and then his tattoos. They have these, like, lines. Let's come down to his nose. Like so. And he has a little icon. And then from his nose, they like this thing. Now he looks like a tiger, which is pretty funny. Straight down. Fill these in with little icons. And just like little doodad symbols. Not nearly as fun to draw as the last one. The last one was great. Yeah. This is this one's pretty bad. What airbrush kit you told me I should get as a starter? You can just find them on Amazon. There's like yeah, they're kits. You just get a tanked compressor, and I think like Master is the company. Like it's pretty cruddy airbrush, but it's great to start. All right, That's where I'm stopping on this. So this is he's supposed to look shocked. Hold on. Let me see if I can. It look like his mouth is open. Doesn't look like it. All right, that's the best I got. That is Erebus mimicking a very poor taste. Was that Jake Paul or whatever? Yeah. I don't like it. I hate it. I'll get back to painting. He just like sends me the picture. He's like, "Hey, do this." All right. Whoops. Oh no. Turned off my music. Turn it back on here. There we go. My bad. Yep, that's the one. Cultured American, yeah. Clint was a space marine. What chapter? He'd be an Imperial Fist or an Iron Hands, like completely serious but like super boring and like can't take a joke. Black Templar, yeah. Is that from that movie? Is that like Gran Torino or whatever? Hands down a Black Templar. He'd take offense to the name though, but yeah, that would be him. Yeah, he would. Well, I don't know. Who's the chapter that would be talking to a chair? Man, $1 Million Baby is a wild movie, though. Hey, Troy. Skulls for the Skull Throne. What's going on? Definitely not a World Eater's tank, but sure. How you doing? Wish you could meet Clint Eastwood? I don't really care to meet any celebrity, so like it'd be cool to like meet Henry Cavill, but just if I could talk about Warhammer with him, like that's all I'd care to do. What's the, I don't know what the dot 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 is for. Did Clint Eastwood pass away or something? Yeah, why is that so weird? I don't care to meet celebrities. And they probably don't care to meet other people either, so just let me talk about Warhammer with somebody. That's what I do anyway when I talk to people, so yeah, Val Kilmer passed away, but I heard that one. The Emperor, yeah, they'll put my address on a list of like, don't come back. We used to get Mormons coming around. We don't get them anymore. Maybe I am on the list. Jehovah's Witnesses, yeah, we used to get stuff from them too. They would just leave stuff at the door. I used to live next door to a Jehovah's Witness when I was growing up. That was an old couple, and they were like weird. They always like watched us when we were outside. Not saying that's how every Jehovah's Witness is, but just my experience. Extraction done. Lasagna in the oven. Nice. Lasagna sounds good. Been a while since I've had a good lasagna. My wife having a lot of food allergies makes a lasagna very impractical. I did, let's see, before we found out she was allergic to garlic, I made a lasagna from scratch that was like allergy friendly to her, so it didn't have any dairy in it. It was basically like the big one, and it was incredible. I made a giant lasagna. If you're quick enough, you're welcome to join. Alright, I'll be over in 10 hours. So yeah, what I did, instead of using cheese, I made like a bechamel. Yeah, she's got a lot of food allergies. They all developed after my son was born. So, but yeah, I made a bechamel, and I made like basically like a meat sauce, and then I just used alternate layers, and like the bechamel is like super garlicky and everything, so it was really good. So there wasn't like a cheese flavor, but there's plenty of like the elements that you get. It was good. 10 hours. Yeah, alright, alright. I'll pass this time then, your raptor. Okay. We got that. Oh, silver things. So. Yeah. Correct that. So yeah, no, I get it, Sin. It's all right. Yeah, she's just like absolutely, man. Yeah. I would love to go to Europe sometime. Just find people I know throughout Europe and just like go chill. I'd make a sauce from scratch. I bet you would, Zen. I bet you would. And I feel like whatever lasagna you make would like literally kill my wife. So, yeah, we can't do that. Let's do some gold. A little bit more gold on the bolter. I would totally make another giant lasagna if she didn't have the garlic allergy. Because I can make it dairy free and it's no problem. It's literally just like once you start taking too much out of it, it becomes too difficult or not practical enough. Like I can only put so much like non-garlic flavor. We tried to find a garlic extract without like garlic in it. It doesn't exist. Like you can get that with like vanilla and stuff like cinnamon and everything, but you can't do that with garlic. So, at least not that I know of. Okay. We got stuff. So this thing just needs washed. That's what needs to happen on this. It's beaver gland extract excretion. Yes, it is. And at this point, it's like synthesized. It's not like they're out there milking beavers. Weird beaver glands. It's just where they found like the chemical compound. Someone's out there tasting different glands from different animals. They're like, man, that tastes like vanilla. Like we can do something here. It's vanilla. It's artificial vanilla. What do you think about BattleTech? I've never played BattleTech. It's not really like my jam as far as a setting goes. But I know BattleTech has gotten really popular. So, harm no foul. Here's the progress. This was the Vindicator. So we painted what? The second half of Tuesday, and then yesterday we finished. I finished it last night. It's not finished. I have like weathering and stuff to do, but it's finished as we're gonna have it right now. Where I get to it, yeah, we got that guy. So I guess the next one is just to go ahead and jump into this tank. A lot of treads, a lot of silver, but we can look up the tank and Venator, Tank Hunter, Sakaran, Venator, Tank Hunter. Oh yeah, we can make this work. This isn't too bad. Treads again are the time-consuming part. Giant cannon. Excuse me. Yeah, all right. Let's put some silver down. Put some more silver down. We already have a bunch of silver down, but we need more. if I can find time this evening, I'll get to priming that other Sakaran tank, and then I'll just get that one started. Thin it down a little bit. And we can start with a big brush. Just get the bottom first. Set it down. This will hopefully be dry first. Good old tanks and treads. That's true. It has less treads than the Land Raider. That's a good point. They are in a little more inconvenient placings, but yeah, I won't spend, you know, an hour on the treads on this mini like I did yesterday. This tank's gonna look so cool too. Get close, but not too close. Okay, get those guys in a minute. Smaller brush after I get out. Get this big gun painted. Or at least base coated. Hey, Gosu. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either. Yeah, you and me both. I think it's really cool though. You know, I understand like not a lot of people plan on using the Tantalus turrets, but anything that they're moving from resin to plastic is a win to me. So, of course, Heresy is very much like it's always been like Forge World the game, right? But it's turning into like plastic Forge World the game, which is cool. That's what I ask. I ask that they move the resin stuff over to plastic and then release all the weird, wacky minis they want. All right. Let's rinse this brush, and then we'll get a smaller brush. Fish, especially LZ. Wait, what? What are you talking about cooking Terminators? What's going on, Troy? Yeah, I'd be happy to get some of those tarantulas, though. People in Discord were talking about them already, like using them in Zone Mortalis.
It's clean. It's cold.
Absolutely.
And that's what I call high quality tool.
Zombie Bunny, how you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the hydrate. Delicious water. Just a quiet week. That's fair. That's all right. I'm about over this week. It's been too ridiculous. Nice thing is it's a beautiful day outside. It's nice and warm. I got windows open. I can hear birds chirping. It's always a nice day. There's an owl that lives like around the corner from us. And most mornings, if I listen closely enough, I have the windows open, I'm outside or something, I can hear the owl. It's always really nice. Yeah, I'm feeling alright though. I've had like this the cold a couple weeks ago, and the sinus stuff is slowly clearing up. Ever so slowly, like going away and getting better. So it's like each day I'm doing better and better, but just been lingering a little bit. is frustrating. Yeah, I slept pretty well last night. It was, we were waiting for those storms to come in, and they basically kind of dissipated before it got to us for the most part. Like, we had some nasty thunder and lightning, but that was about it. No further damage to the house. Saw a fox this morning on the way to work. Oh, yeah, okay. I haven't heard that one 1,000 times. Sides of the treads on the other tread, and then we'll get all the wheels. And we'll move on to the next spot. We'll touch up the gun, right? Do all that. Nice joke until the end. Yeah. My son will read jokes and tell them to us. He doesn't get them. Instead of being something funny, it turns into like a teachable moment. Like, what does this mean? I don't know what that word means. Hey, Star Laser, what's up? Yeah, that's true. That's true culture, American. Yeah. Man in the Last Hand. Oh, you found the scene? That's cool. That's cool someone made that. That's what should have been Lieutenant Titus's mini. Excuse me. Should have been him holding a banner with a bolt pistol. Yeah, who cares about him with the chainsword? That's lame. Get priming? Nice. Yeah, I think of like video games in the past 10 years or so, like video game moments, that was one of the best. Just for like, there's no, there's no like real like gaming value to it, right? You're just standing there shooting things like thinking you're contributing, but you're really not. And then it's just a cutscene that you're participating in, but it's like epic, and you don't realize it at first. You think like things are happening and like it's a big problem. I'm like, oh man, we're gonna overwhelmed. All I have is a bolt pistol, but I'm holding the banner, and you're like, I'm the coolest thing, yeah. And then it just like goes to the cutscene, and yeah, it's classic like 40K Space Marine moment. Yeah. Yeah, probably my favorite gaming moment of like the last decade or so. And it with the the choirs, the Madonna song. Yeah. Is that the one you're talking about? Alright, let's get the inside of the tread here, and then we'll get all the wheels. Yeah, weirdly, this tank comes with this heavy bolter on top, and you can't remove it. But I think it's because the normal Sikaar and the heavy bolter sits right here where this gun is, and it's like a non-optional upgrade. Like, you have to take it. So they just moved it, and it's like a weird pintle mount, which is cool because it can rotate. It's not stuck in the hole. Did you guys hear the rumors of a new Space Marine Codex coming for 10th edition? I can see it. I can totally see it. Which is funny because of all the codexes, like the Space Marine one's held up the best. But you know what they're going to use it for? They're going to add in characters. So like Captain Lysander will get Primarist, and Vulcan Histon, and all that. Like the whole rumor about all the new characters coming in. They're going to do that, and they're going to remove more Firstborn stuff. Probably like Predators and Vindicators, and probably the Tactical Squad, and all that different stuff. Like they're gonna pull that out, or pull out more at least. Yeah, they're getting another codex. Yeah, that's the rumor. That's... Time to get wheels. Sorry for my son's lone Zinchi boy on my desk. No, that's okay. That's alright. But what about second codex? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think we might be looking at the last few months of the Tactical Squad being in the game. The like standard for 40K gaming the past 30 plus years. If I get new tanks for Guard, no, Guard aren't getting new tanks. Guard aren't getting a second codex. Just Space Marines. What new tanks would you want for Guard in your Raptor? About Lorzies, yeah. They're gonna get their second codex before Dark Eldar get one codex this edition. I do think in a second codex, I think they'll clean up like the interaction between the non-codex compliant chapters and the codex compliant ones, like the ones in the book and ones like supplemented. I think that's one of the big things they'll do. But hey, there's another opportunity for them to make Imperial Fist bad again. So good for GW. Yeah, you need the more poorly written Imperial Fist rules. A new Russ. I wonder what new Russ variant you could do. Oh, they definitely will. Yeah, if they come out with a second codex, yeah, they absolutely will have to buy a new one. No doubt in my mind. One thing I think will happen though is Games Workshop they'll put that announcement out and they'll be like, sorry, something in the code on our app won't let us have two codexes named Space Marine, so we can't let you use your old code. Not our fault. The Flame Tank Malkador. Yeah, get a Lehman Russ. Get like the like tank destroyer ones with like the big the hull mounted guns. That'd be cool. Why would they come out with a second codex? Why not? You could charge people more money for it. I think their plan is to release a bunch of units this year for Space Marines. So instead of making free PDFs for, 6 new units, they can just put out a whole new codex with 200. Tanks to assemble and paint. Like Krieg upgrade sprues, that'd be cool. Yeah, for vehicles, that'd be nice. Yeah, I think 40K as a game has become like a weird parody of itself. For the sake of like esports. Extra parts available as STLs. Yeah. Yeah, man, people love making guard STLs. So. They'll make Gilliman not a joke? What do you mean? Like, his rules or his lore or something? Yeah, they don't want to. Oh yeah, of course, Judge Dave. Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm saying they'll say they can't do it. They, oh no, we can't have 2 Space Marines. They'll be like, we have servitors working on it. Haha, look, we use 40k humor for our IT crew, and then they like never do anything with it. And then a new edition comes out, and 8 months later with a totally new Space Marine Codex. Oh man, guys, this is GW's dream right here. That's what this is. Lasagna's ready. All right, you're a Raptor. You have a good one, man. I thought Gilman's like an auto take. Like he's like the one, right? He is him. Is that what it is? Like Gilman is the dude you take over anybody. Yeah, have a good one, you're a Raptor. Have a good one. Triple dipping on Codex sales. Yeah, they are. Yeah. I mean, call 3 more Outriders were delivered. I have 3 Outriders ready for my 10th edition Ravenwing force. Yeah, there you go. I was not a fan of the Outrider minis. I'm not a big fan of like motorcycles, though. Excuse me. Like Space Marines on motorcycles aren't really my jam. Put some more silver paint down. Yeah, so I did change tank, Hobby ADHD. Typhon has its base colors on, so it needs washed. I'm not going to wash it right now. I'm going to wash it via airbrush, so I'm going to pull that out and wash it some other time and then finish it up. I could do some touch-ups and stuff, but I decided I'm just going to base coat another tank. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, the Typhon. I pivoted away from Crimson Fist. Back to your Dark Angels, that's fair. You get the awesome fades on the armor? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the motor pool is coming together, yeah. What army are you playing, Cultured American? And silver, we can be sloppy there because that's going to be gold trim. Oh, Grey Knights, yeah, makes sense. All the extra bits in the kit. Yeah, that's fair. Ugh, all right. What are we on to next? Let's see. We got Searchlight. Okay. The smoke launchers. Handlebars are a pain. Yeah. Oh, the handlebars on the. Oh man, yeah. The Outrider minis. They can be pretty bad sculpts. Yeah. I painted a couple. I did a couple as a commission and a couple of my own. So you kind of learn, but you know, rubber bands are your friends there because you just hold the minis together overnight or whatever after you put the plastic glue on them. So yeah, yeah. I feel like there's always some minis in a starter set that look like kind of monopose, like not great minis. And the Outriders are the ones I think of for 9th edition, and it's the Barb Gaunts for 10th edition. Those Barb Gaunts are so bad looking. Upgrade sprues? Nice. Yeah. The upgrade sprues will definitely help. It's a lot of Outriders. Yeah, 12 seems like a lot. Keep working our way up here. A lot of this gun will have like bronze or copper. I think if we do bronze, it probably looks a little better. Get silver on some of these other details. I played against the guy at that Heresy event who took Dark Angel's Raven Wing, and he used they're I think they're called Outriders actually, but they're like normal motorcycle Marines, and the Raven Wing minis can give them flamethrowers that don't shoot fire; they shoot plasma. That's the flamethrower. They're pretty ridiculous. But we put a stop to those real quick. They killed a squad of Solar Auxilia, and then that was all they got to do before they all died. Yeah, the plasma flamers are crazy. They have a unit, a special unit called Interemptors, I think is what they're called, and they're basically like power armor Marines, but they all have flamethrower plasma. They have a specific name for them. I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, they're terrifying. Yeah, they're crazy. Yeah. What else am I doing? Colors in here. Brush bristle on my mini. It's noon already. It's crazy. All right. Those little pieces, I think there's like little metal extra piece here. Okay, what's next? Searchlight. Still got the big brush. Batteries in the back, and then we'll get the bolter and the exhaust. All right. A lot of silver on this Mini. Okay. And the gun. See, this has like the whole platform. Starting down here. I want to keep this little, I don't know, camera port cover red. We can get everything else is silver. There's gonna be a lot of like white weapon casing, but we'll get there. Realized a piece of the tread that I forgot to get. All right. I've been painting a lot of silver past couple days. We're gonna get these exhaust pipes, and then we'll switch over to a smaller brush, and we'll get some of these other little details. Want to be able to get the little exhaust pieces here. A little hard to reach areas. Anyone have any fun plans this weekend? We do anything nice? You guys just relaxing, doing some hobby stuff, playing some video games? What's going on? I'm not doing much this weekend. Deal with the boy. Might take him to a restaurant or something. Revival this week. All right. So you're busy. This week or this coming week? So we're at the garage for first big event of the end of the month. All right, nice. So we're at the baby room. Keep playing the Instafan 5 Army Project. All right. Nice. Good. Yeah, sounds like a good weekend. Back. VA changed my main provider. Oh no. They're just like actively hating you. That's really annoying though. Sorry about that, Ghost Sue. It's funny because you're even talking about how like, yeah, it's not a bad day. I don't have to do much at the VA tomorrow. Yeah, you had to say something. And SA was listening to your calls and they put that straight through to the VA. Daughter turns 3, doing a birthday party on Saturday. Oh, that's cool. All right. That's exciting. Yeah, I'm narking. Yeah, I called the VA. Called Elon Musk and told him to make your life miserable. Just tell him he's making everyone miserable. Yeah, he's doing a good enough job on his own, right? Oh God. So tired of rich people. Guys, the VA is really bad. See? Look what happens when I do this. Proceeds to make it so much worse. It's wild that federal judges can just stop the president from doing something. Yeah, I mean, they showed that they can do that a lot, right? It's the president isn't a dictator, so I mean, not according to the Supreme Court, but you know, other federal courts tend to uphold that kind of mentality. He's no dictator, he's a king, yeah. That's fair, Zombie Bunny. Alright, you have a good one, man. Yeah, we probably should cut it out. I'm just too tired. I don't care. What else are we working on? I'm sure there's more to paint silver. The little bulb thing can be silver. Okay. Oh, that whole like back piece is kind of silver too. We'll chainsaw it out. Yeah. I mean, talking about Elon Musk shouldn't be political, right? Not like he's an elected official or anything. All silver all the time. It's Silver Week. That's what it is. It's not Tank Week. It's just Paint Silver Week. That might be good. One or two more things. Let me just look here. That's a cool look. Okay. I'm just trying to follow like the Games Workshop guide a little bit. It's a good way to like get an idea of where like non-Legion colors should go. See, and I think I should do that. On these ones, I think my other Sakaran I did this, where I painted the sponson silver. Let's do that. We got the silver paint. That look nice. Take some lunch. All right, have a good one then. See you, man. Okay. I think we're good on the silver on that mini. Make so much messes beyond me. Oh no. Alright. See ya, Judge Dave. Okay. Our next bit, I think, it's going to be black again. Yeah. Oh, you're done. Oh, okay. Oh, you said bye to Zen. Okay, that makes sense. I can read. All right. These colors, let's see. I think it's just this like inner weapon casing that we're doing in black here. Maybe we'll start with a bigger. I can't. Oh no. Sorry. else we got here? It's kind of hard to see what's going on in this mini. It's down in this like little gun port. Okay, did some big brush stuff with a smaller brush. Stuff in here. The details. That area. A lot of weird angles. Is that a really bright silver? No, it's like a mid-tone. I think it's just like the reflections. Yeah. It's a very like mid-tone kind of silver. Yeah, like a chainmail maybe, yeah. Because it's mixing these two colors, so I have like the bright silver and then the dark silver. And you mix them and you get something. Maybe the context helps it show that it's kind of in between the two. Like this is very much like an aluminum type color. This is very dark silver, so. Okay, what is next? Let's paint some. Let's paint some dark gray. Lots of cabling and such, so these up. Usually do my cables black. Yeah, I do a dark gray and I highlight them with like a mid-tone gray. That's kind of my usual. I'm also lazy, just lazy with a different color. Guess I figure since I'm using black on other parts, I'll separate it out a little bit. It feels good to get a lot of painting done. It's a lot of surface area is what I've been painting. I guess a lot of points being painted. It's not like I'm just painting a bunch of rhinos. Let's see, more cables on these. I think so. And do some white. Now, what I do need to do, I need to go grab my Sakaran. Thank you, Cultured American. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go grab this thing and see what I did for my the whites on the mini, so I can kind of separate them and. Okay, so here is the painted Sakaran, and I did like the lowest panel in white. I did this front panel. These are all good places to put white paint, honestly. I kept that red. That's okay. So. What should I do then? What should I do for this guy? I've seen people paint these a couple different ways. In 1000 Suns one I saw, it did this under part white, but then it took every one of these little, like, individual panels that, like, dot this tank, and they painted it white. It looked like too much. Like it was all kind of like checkered. Maybe I do the white the same, because it's such a different tank anyway. It'll kind of follow the theme. It's got a little bit of black. It's got different colors on it, and it might kind of help separate the colors a bit. I guess it might be an interesting way of doing it. Yeah, because I like how this is done, and I don't want to change that a lot. I like the white underneath. Yeah, no cover save for the color scheme. No. Yeah. Well, I have this, and I have a whole other Sakaran here, ready to go. So we're gonna have a bunch of these tanks. It's gonna be cool. I gave this one a searchlight. I didn't give the first one a searchlight, and I gave it a heavy bolter on top. I thought it'd be cool. So yeah, I think white in similar places, and maybe we can change up some of the white on the other Sakaran, because that'll have its turret and everything that'll need to be different. We'll keep that red, and we'll do something different with it. So we'll set you down. And let's try to get some white paint out before we call stream. Just bright neutral gray. It's not really white. Do thinner coats on here. All this beautiful red being covered up. Let's get the other side, and then we'll go and we'll pick out. Maybe like the little sides and the like edges. fun thing, Judge Dave. Thousand Suns tanks can get invulnerable saves. I guess a lot easier than everybody else, but one fun, very memey tactic that doesn't really, it's not like a great idea, but it definitely works when you want it to. But you take a Psyker and you can take like a Tech Marine and make him a Psyker, like a Forge Lord or something, and Thousand Suns make him a Psyker. You give him Telekinesis, and Telekinesis, the power is basically if you stand still, use Psychic Power, and then everything that's within 6 inches of you gets a 4-up invulnerable save. And that includes vehicles. So you can just straight up give vehicles a 4-up invulnerable save, which is very strong. I used it once against someone. Yeah, it's filth, yeah. Because you're putting a psychic force field bubble up, right? Like, why wouldn't you do that? But I used it once. Well, okay, I used it twice. Once was in like a normal battle against someone we were playing. And I was like, man, I really want to try this. So I took like an armored army, is like a lot of like mechanized and tanks, and then I took a Tech Marine, which is like a tactical squad that he was sitting inside, and he put up the dome, and that poor he kept shooting at my like a Spartan that I had, and I just kept making so many 4-ups. Like it was pretty nasty. He eventually blew it up and everything, but yeah, I passed a lot of 4-ups. Then I played an Apocalypse battle, and I think I failed every 4-up, and like the one tank I was protecting with it died on the first turn, and it was worthless. So that is 4-up saves in a nutshell. But having a 4-up save is better than any other save that anybody else's tanks can get. So. Telekinesis is normally a pretty bad psychic power, but I really like finding the uses for the things that are either really niche or like not considered very good. Look into Sons of Hordes and see what you can come up with. I can try, I guess. Sons of Hordes are fairly like generic though, right? Like their whole thing is like your first turn in combat with someone, like they're -1 toughness or something, right? Or -1 strength. Yeah, and I know like what Reavers, I think, is their power armor dudes are like really bad, really overcosted for what they do. Which I understand that. I have Kinatai blades. They're the same thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Run into combat. If you want to be real dirty, use a librarian and give them biomancy and put them with a big squad of like despoilers or something. And you don't even have to take the psychic check to go up to... Well, I mean, it depends on... is it the enemy strength or the enemy toughness that's reduced the first round of combat? Which is it? So there's a trick you can do. I'm not sure. I don't use... Well, no, I'm asking the Sons of Horus rule. What's their specific rule? What does it reduce the first round of combat? I see the tricks with the Psychers, but just because that's all I play. So... I think maybe it's -1 strength the first round of combat. Yeah, I don't remember. It's -1 toughness, then I can give you a really, really nasty combination. What are you guys looking up? Trying to get both coats of white on here. Right. Bolter's got some stuff. Yeah, I think we can stick with that for the white. I think that's plenty. Just go ahead and get our second coat going. Man, I love Sakaran tanks. They're so cool looking. I love that I finally have some like wacky, weird heresy tanks, you know? I'm finally getting some of the more strange stuff out there. Yes, I do use Foxbite brushes. Cultured American. Big plasma blasters look great on. Yeah. I'm thinking with my normal Sakarans, I have some STLs for alternate turrets. I don't know if they fit on the plastic mini, but if they do, I might be in business with some stuff. So, be really nice. Oh yeah, the Mechanicum stuff. Yeah, definitely. I imagine we'd see other Sakaran variants in plastic. If they just sold the turret option, that would be really nice, though. But I don't think they quite make them... Well, they kind of do. Like, this one had a whole weird sprue to it, but... The regular Sakarans are... fairly separated between the hull and the turret. Yeah, the Cryos tank with the little servitor in it, it reminds me of Necron tanks. It makes more sense than Necron tanks, but it reminds me of Necron tanks. Which I think would be on purpose, right? Since they're like... It's like a parody of Necrons. Like, they hate them so much, but their technology mimics theirs in a lot of ways. Okay, let's get around the borders and stuff. Stalkers coming to dark. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, the big ones. Yeah. GW did say that there is a new faction coming to Heresy this year. If we're talking new, then that means that would mean Dark Mech in my mind, especially since Imperialis has stuff. All right, T-Slayer, you have a good one, man. this. You've what? You've line of sighted it? Actually, would be cool. You lost it. Oh no, I'm sorry. What'd you lose? Fast tax for the army? Yeah. What's a Harpax? Not sure what that is. All right. That I believe is our first stages of white. Oh, the swarm. That's right. The little like floaty, like swarmer dude. Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. Man, we put some work in on this tank today. Yeah, the little snake guys. Yeah. So, I have someone come into the house in a little bit, and they are. Yeah, they're coming to give us a quote on removing this tree. So I'm going to go make sure that I am not in, they have things ready and stuff for them to be here. So I think that's a good stopping point for today. I do want to tell you guys I will be streaming on Sunday. So we'll be back on Sunday. I don't know what I might continue painting tanks. I don't know. I've been having fun with the tanks. But yeah, you guys, if you're not follow me on Instagram or Blue Sky or Threads or YouTube, or if you're on YouTube and not on Twitch, I'm on there. So yeah, give me a follow if you want to see what kind of work I do, or you want to hang out in more streams and everything. And just remember, we got the 12-hour stream. Still working on the Patreon goal. $28 to make the Patreon goal. Patreon members, I'm gonna put a post this afternoon, and I'm gonna tell you guys all the sweet benefits you guys are getting for the 12-hour stream, as well as some extra things. So you guys are going to hear about it first, and then I'll be posting it in Discord after that, so they'll kind of get to see what they're missing. Everybody who's not in the Patreon. But you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all hopefully Sunday. I hope you all have a great weekend as well, and I'll see you all Sunday. Bye, everybody.